The deafening sound of the raging waters echoed through the air like the roar of an unleashed monster. Could a creature of the jungle, both feared and admired, be the key to saving a human life? In the midst of the storm's fury, a figure struggled to stay afloat. Elena Martinez, a forest ranger passionate about wildlife conservation, fought between life and death as she was dragged by the relentless current of a flood that had turned the sacred primate sanctuary into a battleground. A flash of lightning illuminated the face of Titan, the mountain gorilla who had ruled that territory for years. His deep, wise eyes watched the scene with a strange mix of concern and territorial instinct. Instead of leaping into the water, the majestic silverback remained on the shore, observing the woman's desperate fight for survival. Why didn't he intervene? Was his instinct to protect his territory stronger than any desire to help a human? As the rain poured without mercy, Titan appeared to be facing a critical decision: act and risk losing his dominance, or remain a powerless spectator. Suddenly, a vehicle appeared on the trail, but the gorilla did not move. Instead, he began signaling with determination, guiding Javier, Elena's fellow ranger and close friend, toward the danger. Time was slipping away, and with every second that passed, Elena's life hung by a thread. Could a gorilla be the unexpected hero of this survival story? Before we continue, tell us in the comments where you're watching from. Don't forget to subscribe, activate the bell, and leave a like on this video. Now, let's dive into this incredible story. The African rainforest stretched as far as the eye could see, a mosaic of vibrant greens and exotic sounds. The air was thick with humidity, and the scent of wet earth filled the senses. Elena, hair drenched and uniform torn, struggled not to give in to the force of the current. Every wave that crashed against her reminded her of the fragility of life in the face of untamed nature. To her, the forest was more than a workplace. It was home. She had dedicated years to protecting the primates who lived there, but now her expertise seemed powerless against the storm that had unleashed a devastating flood. Titan, king of the forest, had witnessed Elena's courage many times. He knew she never turned away from a challenge, but this time was different. The look of fear on her face was unmistakable. Despite his strength, Titan felt helpless, torn between his instinct to guard his territory and the urgency of saving the woman who had always shown him respect. As Elena's strength faded and her vision blurred, Titan made a decision that would change everything. His once territorial gaze softened into something deeper: empathy. For an instant, the boundaries between species dissolved in the urgency to save a life. He stepped toward the water, his massive body shining under the rain. The sight of the giant gorilla moving with purpose left everyone frozen. Javier, finally understanding, ran toward the river. Realizing Titan was not just watching, he was helping. Their eyes met, Elena's and Titan's, and hope flickered back into her heart. Could nature itself be a refuge of compassion? Elena thrashed against the waves, desperate for something to hold on to. The cold water stole her breath. She thought of the primates she loved. She could not abandon them. Not like this. Titan watched from the shore, his dark eyes filled with conflict. He was protector of his land and those within it. Elena's cries pierced through his instincts, and finally, instinct bent to empathy. Javier arrived, blocked by fallen trees and flood debris. Titan raised his arms and signaled, showing another path. Javier mimicked him, understood him. "Elena!" Javier shouted. "Hold on!" Titan stepped into the river. The mud swallowed his feet, but his resolve was unbreakable. Then, with a powerful leap, he plunged into the torrent. The current slammed against him, but Titan was a force of nature. A massive branch came rushing toward them. Elena screamed. Titan moved in front of her like a shield. The impact struck him hard, but he didn't back down. He extended his arm, and Elena clung to his thick fur. He became an anchor in the chaos. "Hold on tight," she cried, though she knew he didn't need words. His eyes said everything. "I will not let you go." But another wave hit, tearing them apart. Elena was swept away again. Titan roared with a sound that shook the forest. He plunged after her, refusing to let her disappear. His powerful arms broke through the water. He found her, fought the flood, brought her back. Together, bit by bit, they made it to the shore. Soaked and exhausted, Elena stared at Titan. In his gaze, there was pride and concern. Javier finally reached them and froze, speechless. The gorilla he had always feared now stood as a symbol of courage. Nature had revealed something extraordinary. Compassion crosses species. Life protects life. Elena knew then that her purpose was greater than conservation. She had become a bridge between worlds. "If this story moved you," Elena said with a trembling voice, "share your thoughts in the comments. Tell us where you're watching from. And if you enjoyed it, don't forget to like, subscribe, and activate the bell. Remember, empathy can change the world." And so the story of Titan and Elena became a reminder. In the heart of the wild, kindness still lives.